Okay, we are on chapter 19. Thank you all for being present. Here we go. And we have new friends too. That's very nice. Um, this is Bereshit, Genesis chapter 19. Okay. And the two angels came to Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gate of Sodom. And Lot saw and arose toward them, and he prostrated himself on his face to the ground. And he said, Behold, now, my lords, please turn to your servant's house, and stay overnight, and wash your feet. And you shall arise early, and go on your way. And they said, No, but we will stay overnight in the street. And he urged them strongly, and they turned into him, and he came into his house, and he made them a feast, and he baked unleavened cakes, and they ate. When they had not yet retired, and the people of the city, the people of Sodom, surrounded the house, both young and old, the entire populace from every end. And they called to Lot and said to him, Where, where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us, and let us be intimate with them. And Lot came out to them to the entrance, and he shut the door behind him. And he said, My brethren, please do not do evil. Behold now, oh boy. Behold now, I have two daughters who were not intimate with a man. I will bring them out to you, and do to them as you see fit. Only to these men do nothing, because they have come under the shadow of my roof. But they said, Back away. And they said, This one came to sojourn, and he is judging. Now we will deal even worse with you than with them. And they pressed hard upon the man Lot, and they drew near to break the door. And the men stretched forth their hands, and they brought Lot to them, to the house, and they shut the door. And the men who were at the entrance of the house, they struck with blindness, both small and great, and they toiled in vain to find the entrance. And the men said to Lot, Whom else do you have here? A son in law? Your sons and your daughters, and whomever you have in the city, take out of the place. And the men said to Lot, Whom else you have here? A son in law, your sons and your daughters, and whomever you have in the city, take out of the place. For we are destroying this place, because their cry has become great before the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. So the Lord went forth and spoke to his sons in law, the suitors of his daughters, and he said, Arise, go from this place, for the Lord is destroying the city. But he seemed like a comedian in the eyes of his sons in law. And as the dawn rose, the angels pressed Lot, saying, Get up, take your wife and your two daughters who are here, lest you perish because of the iniquity of the city. But he tarried, and the men took hold of his hand and his wife's hand and the hand of his two daughters, out of the Lord's pity for him, and they took him out and placed him outside the city. And it came to pass took when they took them outside, that he said, Flee for your life. Do not look behind you, and do not stand in the entire plain. Flee to the mountain, lest you perish. And Lot said to them, Please do not, O Lord. Behold, now your servant has found favor in your eyes, and you have increased your kindness, which you have done with me, to sustain my soul. But I cannot flee to the mountain, lest the evil overtake me and I die. Behold, now the city is near to flee there, and it is small. Let me please flee there. Is it not small, and my soul will survive? And he said to him, Behold, I have found favor, I have favored you, also as regards this matter, that I will not overturn the city that you have mentioned. Hasten, flee there, for I will not be able to do anything until you arrive there. Therefore he named the city Zoar. The sun came out upon the earth, and Lot came to Zoar. And the Lord caused to rain down upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord, from heaven. And he turned over the cities and the entire plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and the vegetation of the ground. And his wife looked from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. And Abraham arose early in the morning to the place where he had stood before the Lord. And he looked over the face of Sodom and Gomorrah, and over the entire face of the land of the plain. And he saw, and behold, the smoke of the earth had arisen like the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, that God remembered Abraham, and he sent Lot out of the midst of the destruction, when he overturned the cities in which Lot had dwelt. And Lot went up from Zoar, and he dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters were with him. For he was afraid to dwell in Zoar, so he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. Oh boy. And the elder said to the younger, Our father is old, and there is no man on earth to come upon us, as is the custom of all the earth. Come, let us give our father wine to drink, and let us lie with him, and let us bring to life seed from our father. And they gave their father wine to drink on the night, and the elder came and lay with her father, and he did not know of her lying down or of her rising up. And it came to pass on the morrow that the elder sister said to the younger, Behold, last night I lay with my father. Let us give him wine to drink tonight too, and come and lie with him, and let us bring to life seed from our father. So they gave their father to drink that night also, and the younger arose and lay with him. And he did not know of her lying down or rising up. And Lot's 2 daughters conceived from their father. And the elder bore a son, and she named him Moab. He is the father of Moab until this day. And the younger, she too bore a son, and she named him Ben-Ami. He is the father of the children of Ammon until this day. Oh boy, that was not pleasant. Not a pleasant one. The first one was much better than this one. um, yeah, that was very difficult to read. I'm sure you can probably figure out why. The contents are not that easy to read. SA is never a great thing, and there's a lot of that in this particular chapter. So not pleasant, but whew. Um, yeah, I don't know what you all think, but I did not. Oh, that I don't know what you think. Yeah, I have to think about the stream or the whatever that thing is. I use a Mac, but maybe I could use a PC and use like a what do they call it one of those sharing cards, and I can look into that. That might be fun actually. I don't know how many people have played that game, so I can look into that. Maybe if there's some Mac, I would play some Bible Mac games if they have that. I have to look into that. Yeah, yeah, definitely. There's definitely a lot of trauma. I think that this text is really honest, even with its protagonists. And I think that's something that's lacking in a lot of the kind of readings that we have nowadays. So that's it's pretty powerful. Um, so yeah, at some point I can give you my thoughts about this, but I have a lot of different thoughts when it comes with certain types of words and terms and things like that. Yeah, it is. It's very raw. It's very intense, and it's definitely difficult. I think this chapter was probably the most difficult for me to read because of that. Maybe I should have set a content warning about that, but yeah, essay is really tough. Um, are there any other thoughts, or we can close out and see each other tomorrow and keep going? Let's try to get through. I think what we'll do is we'll take a poll of what we're going to do next. We're going to focus on finishing this, and then we can look into other things. There's a lot in this text. Like, what's amazing about, I think, my opinion on Bereshit or Genesis is we're covering so many heroes, so many periods of time. There's so much stuff from chapter one to here. We've already had many different protagonists, and I think that is kind of cool. So, yeah, if there's any no more thoughts, we will see each other tomorrow. Um, but maybe I think afternoons might be good if we can do that. But yes. Oh, just Genesis. But we're gonna keep going. We're doing well. We're doing two chapters a day. I think that's a good consistency. Now maybe just do it one after the other. So yeah, it takes a lot. All right. See you, friends. See you, fam. Peace and blessings.